Welcome to another little reading, and today we are going to be using the Divine Council Oracle. And if you are interested in having the Divine Council Oracle card deck for yourself, the description in the below the video will actually have the link to my Etsy shop where you can get it for yourself. So without further ado, I'm just going to go ahead and say a little blessing. I'm asking that our divine guides and guardians and our holy guardian angels surround us with divine light and protection absolute. Asking that the messages gleaned from this reading help to support those who watch it toward their highest good and their most authentic and blissful life. Surrounded by the divine and safe, we may understand the messages meant for us who listen. I thank you, and so may it be. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get started. I know I'm wearing a lot of metal on my fingers, if you've probably noticed. These are braces. And it's getting colder outside, and my fingers and my joints just need a little bit more support. So I have my braces on. So that's the first thing. I'm sure you might have noticed a little something different about my hands, but that's what those are. I'm also wearing my pink Snuggie that my husband bought me a few years ago because it's chilly. It's getting cold. Wowie. So this is our spread for today. And it's quite interesting. I'm almost hearing a message about inner healing and reconnecting to the divine instead of trying to fill yourself, your heart, with temporary relationships that fade away quickly. Investing in yourself, exploring your talents, meditation, the first card that we pulled is actually one of the Archangel cards, and this is the card for Archangel Raphael. Archangel Raphael is reaching out to you and protecting you. If you work within medical, therapeutic, or healing fields, Archangel Raphael desires to work alongside you. If you are being treated for a physical or mental illness, call upon Archangel Raphael for peace and healing, beloved. So, right off the bat, the center focus is healing. And Archangel Raphael is coming out in this reading. And I've noticed even in my own readings or, in other cases, Archangel Raphael is very much kind of stepping forward quite often, and they wish to work with us, and it's very heavily emphasized on healing, especially if it's like it could be healing for ourselves. But it's also a message for healers in general to step forward as well, because the earth, the planet, needs you. The planet needs our healers. And Archangel Raphael is stepping forward and offering their divine assistance for you, to work with you. And you may be an energy healer, you may be a homeopathic healer, you may be a doctor, whatever field that is involved in helping people or healing people, a social worker, a psychologist. There's a very strong connection here, asking that they can work, if they can work with you. They're offering their help, and they wish to work alongside you because there's a deep need in the world right now for healing. And physically, of course, always, but especially inside, emotionally, there's a lot of need for healing right now. I feel like in this day and age, it seems like it's coming up a lot, or maybe it's just more discussed, perhaps, than it once was at certain times. But right now, it just seems like a lot is being brought forward, and there is this strong encouragement, this strong imploring of this healing. And Archangel Raphael is stepping forward here and asking that you allow them to help facilitate that healing, to encourage you to start looking inside yourself and asking yourself, what might be hurting me deep inside? What might I have just kind of, brushed aside, or just tried to push it aside because to face it, it just might be too difficult right now. Or, something that we kind of put to the side because we've just got life, ahead of us. Life is very busy. And sometimes the thought of just trying to actually deal with that, that inner healing, it just seems too daunting sometimes. But what they're asking you to do is to allow the divine to help you heal naturally, organically, not forced, to help you. You're not alone in your journey. They're offering you their support, and it's a call. It's a call to start loving yourself and working on yourself and healing yourself. Be gentle, I'm hearing. Be gentle to yourself. Don't judge yourself so harshly. it's okay to stop and open your heart to healing. I'm hearing forgiveness. I'm hearing compassion. I say he, but of course, the archangels, the angels, they don't necessarily have a gender. They are pure divine energy, but for me, they kind of show themselves to me with that masculine type energy. So if I do say he, that's the reason. But I'm almost getting this this message like they want to help greatly, and it's almost like a friendship that they are offering to us. The divine archangels, they love working with humanity, and Archangel Raphael especially, he's he's offering his hand not only to help but to remind you you have divine friends. You have divine friends, and they're there, and they're there to support you, and all you have to do is reach out. You can say, you can say a prayer. You can just deep inside of your heart, you can say, you don't have to, make it a big thing, a big ceremony or anything like that. You can just speak from inside your heart. And they listen. I keep saying he, but Archangel Raphael is asking you to go inside and allow yourself to start healing, to start taking care of you and nurturing you. And for the healers out there, they would like to be a part of your work if you'd be willing. They're offering their assistance and that connection for the good of all humankind, so that they can kind of assist or empower, your healing modality, however it is you go about doing that. They want to work with you, if you want, of course. This is never forced. But they are offering that, which is really, really beautiful. The next card that we pulled is the crown chakra card. It says, your crown chakra is activating. This beautiful chakra is the link we have to the divine. You are being divinely guided and receiving divine messages through your crown chakra. Your vibrations are rising, and your life is aligning to a higher purpose. Your crown chakra is awakening, and your link to the divine is strong. So, kind of an interesting addition to this one, because we just talked about how they are offering their assistance and helping you to heal. And then right after that, we see the crown chakra card reconnecting us to the divine. So first in that step is that healing step, which everyone needs to heal, to start that healing journey. Just at least start it. And once you start it, it's going to start aligning your path. And when you start aligning your path, believe it or not, the divine helps to make that healing process more easily accessible or easier to metabolize. Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense. But you have help. You have help. You have assistance. And there's an emphasis here on healing, realigning, and reconnecting to the divine here. Reconnecting, I'm hearing. I'm sorry, my right ear is ringing. So there's definitely a strong message here of rekindling that connection with the divine. It's not something you lose. You never lose the connection to the divine, but sometimes it can just become, I guess you could say, a little dusty. You know what I mean? So you kind of have to dust it off a little bit. That linkway is a very real linkway, and everyone has it. All you have to do is remind yourself that you have it. Just dust it off a little bit. And it doesn't have to be doesn't have to be some grandiose, thing that you do, or some gesture, some grandiose gesture. All you have to do is, you can even say a little prayer in your heart, speaking from the heart, and asking that your divine guardian angels, your holy guides and guardians, please help you and protect you as they help you reconnect to the divine. To the divine, you could call it the divine universe. Some people say, the divine feminine, or God, or source, the divine. Reconnect to the divine frequencies of the highest frequency. And this message is reminding you to reconnect. Reconnect. You have it. It's in you. You just need to reconnect. And that reconnection will help us so much. It really will, because then we can start seeing that, that world that's more than just the physical world. So they're asking you to start taking that journey, that healing journey. You're not alone. They're asking if they can help you. Archangel Raphael is stepping forward, asking if they can help you, and encouraging you to start that healing journey and reconnect to the divine, who loves you unconditionally. Unconditionally. So this is this kind of like this opening, awakening journey going on here. And the next card that we pulled is the relationship butterfly card. And this one says, you do not have to be in a romantic relationship at all times, beloved. Learn to appreciate and love yourself first. Romance will come when it is time, but there is no rush. You do not have to race from one flower to the next. You must first have time to heal and grow. The time and love you have been giving to others should be going to you, beloved. Take time now to seek solitude and self-love. So it's a message kind of almost to me like it's got more than just one message in there. One of the things I'm hearing is like it's this message of, you try to fill your life with something that makes you feel appreciated and loved. And for some people, that's just relationships. They've always kind of got to be in a relationship because they're afraid to be alone, or they just constantly need that love, that presence of a relationship there to make themselves feel complete, or to make themselves feel comfortable almost. And it can be because obviously there's some issues going on. There's something inside that is asking to be loved and healed. And getting it from other people all the time is not a steadfast solution to the problem. And when we constantly do that, it's almost teaching us that the only solution is on the outside of us, when the solution is actually inside of us. We need to start looking inside and working on healing ourselves. Why can't we appreciate being by ourselves? It doesn't mean we're alone. It just means that we're in solitude right now. Why is that scary for us, you know? Why is that scary? Do we feel like if somebody's not there to give us attention, there to give us physical affection, do we feel scared? Do we feel frightened? Do we feel like we won't be loved? Starting to ask ourselves these questions and going inside to what might actually be needed. What actually is happening inside of our hearts and our minds, to try and figure out why we feel like we need attention all the time, why we feel like we have to be in a relationship. Why are we so frightened of not being in a relationship? Do we feel validated by this, having a relationship? Okay? Because the divine is reminding us, filling our lives with temporary things is never going to fully complete the puzzle. It's never going to fully enable us to be independent, stronger, growing. It's not going to, because they're temporary. They're not made to last forever. They're made to provide, that solution for the moment, but not in a permanent fashion. And the only way we can do that is if we start healing ourselves and reconnecting to the divine source of life, of love and light. Reconnecting our souls, which is where we came from. We all came from that divine spark. Reconnecting to it, revitalizing ourselves, allowing the divine light to start nurturing the parts of us which have grown dim from being left out of that light for a while. And it doesn't have to be constrictive. It doesn't have to be, demanding. It's instead very loving, very understanding, very forgiving, very compassionate, and very supportive. The divine does not judge. The divine loves and wishes to create in us a new life, a healed heart, or at least a healing heart, a heart that is capable of healing and continuing to heal, because this journey on earth that we've all taken to learn something or another, it's going to require the ability for us to heal, just like our bodies physically heal from ailments or a cut or bruise or something. So should we be able to have a heart and a mind capable of healing itself. And we can do that when we allow ourselves to open up to the divine for inner healing and reconnect to the divine source of love and light, that divine frequency. Okay? That way we're not constantly searching for something on the outside that will only be temporary and in the end leave us where we were to begin with. It's time to start loving ourselves. As it said in the bottom here on the card, it's time to start loving ourselves and working on healing ourselves and rekindling that connection to the divine that we all have. The next card that we pulled is the gift of song. Express yourself through music. You may have a voice for singing. Exercise that beautiful gift, beloved. Music may also help you with emotional and energetic flow. Allow it to help free your mind when you feel a bit stuck, or if you wish to enhance your meditations. It may also aid you with restful sleep. How funny is that, right? Because we just pulled the meditation card right after this. Isn't that interesting? Wow. This card is offering a tool to us, which is always helpful. I love when we have a reading and they offer us a tool. It's like, here, this will help. It's one of the most direct ways of getting that answer. Like, how am I supposed to get this started? Music. They're offering music as a helper. And the message that I'm hearing from this in particular is the energetic flow. Music, so often, music can allow us to go through a feeling that we are experiencing in our lives and transmute that feeling into energy. The song makes us feel a certain way that our bodies immediately apply like a band-aid almost to what we are experiencing emotionally. It's crazy. You'll be, driving on the road and you're going through something, and then this song starts and you turn up the volume and you're just rocking out to that song. And you're just like, man, that song really, it really gets me right now. What it just did was it allowed you to move through the emotions that you're feeling. And it applied itself, the sound of that song, the keys, every key to that song. If it's a song with lyrics, the lyrics to that song, the sound, the melody. What that song did was it allowed the flow of the energy that's inside of you, caused from emotions, to flow, to move, to start moving. I didn't say it would cure you magically, but what it does do is it starts the motion of energy. It starts allowing you to process that energy, that emotion, so that you can start moving past it. It's incredible. But music is powerful. Frequencies are powerful. So I do hear that message of helping us kind of unclog when we're stuck. When we're stuck in this pattern, or when we're stuck feeling sorry for ourselves, or when we're stuck in this feeling of needing to feel validated by another. Reconnecting, working on our inner selves, healing our inner selves, our hearts, our beautiful hearts, and reconnecting to the divine source of life and light, and allowing ourselves to process our emotions in ways that help us to grow and flow. Not to repeat the pattern, to move past the pattern, to allow that emotion like water to flow. I'm also hearing that it can help with us in meditation, which is funny because obviously we pulled that card too. But I'm also hearing that it can help with meditation. Sometimes it's hard for us to meditate without anything. Some people prefer silence. Some people prefer absolute silence, and that's everybody's preference. This reading here is offering us a focus solution, or at least a tool for focus to aid with that. By listening, it can be nature sounds sometimes. that helps us to relax, which is so important when we're meditating. It's also offering music as a focal point for our mind to focus on the sound. And when we're focused on the sound and our body relaxes, that's when the chakras start to kind of especially if it's specific to a chakra, if you're paying attention to kind of like one chakra in your mind and you kind of see it with its color. It's, for me at least, it's crazy because like if I'm focusing on a particular chakra, I see the color of that chakra behind my closed eyes. I will see that color. So, you know, however it is that might, however you meditate or however you relax or calm down, it is offering a tool in music to help your energy flow, to help your emotions flow, to help unblock sticky emotions, is what I'm hearing. Sticky emotions, emotions that just don't want to get unstuck sometimes. They're stuck on there real good. and I'm hearing a little bit of water can help kind of unstick them there. And by water, I mean emotional flow. And so they're offering the gift of song in that message. I'm also hearing singing. If you're a person who likes to sing, singing is also very freeing. And it helps us to express our emotions, how we feel. I'm hearing that too. I'm hearing energetic cleansing. Typically, what I recommend is anytime you're going to do kind of an energetic cleansing, that you not only ask for that energy to be cleansed or removed or transmuted, but you also replace that energy with something. Okay? Because it's kind of like, let's say you have like a road, right? And there's a hole in the road, but somebody filled it with, with some dirt, right? And it's a concrete road or whatever. So it's like you can't fill that with like just mud or dirt or something, right? You need to fill it correctly. So what you're asking Spirit to do is remove the bad dirt that's in that hole and replace it with good dirt or with good concrete or whatever. So whenever you cleanse, make sure that you're filling in that hole or that space that you just took from with positive energy. Usually what I say for myself is I'll ask my mother, Goddess Aset, I will ask her to please instead replace that energy with your divine love, with your divine healing and protection, and to strengthen my energetic field so that it repels with love any negative energy that it comes in contact with. But that's a lot of messages in one card. The main message I feel that's standing out, though, is song. Allowing song to help you unclog the emotions and to also unwind, I hear, to unwind. The next card we pulled is the meditation card. And the meditation card says, make time to meditate for self-reflection, mental clarity, and well-being. If you have questions in your heart, meditation will help guide you to the answer, beloved. In stillness, we hear our intuition more clearly. Meditating with your chakras will also help to balance and heal them. So literally, we just had this card which said, hey, music can help with meditation. It can help you relax. It can help to unclog energy and help to enter the energy to flow better. So that once you start getting energy to move, energy to flow, or emotions to flow so that they're not stagnant, then things start things start moving, things start working better, things start clearing up. Meditation is a wonderful tool. These are actually two tools here. Is a wonderful tool to help lower your blood pressure. It's a wonderful tool to help with grounding and just breathing, taking a moment to breathe, to sit in the quiet of our own minds with our thoughts. And it's also a wonderful tool to help balance and heal your chakras, especially like I said, when you're focused on one chakra in particular. If you set your intentions, I wish to work with this energy center in my body. You set that intention before your meditation, and always, of course, ask for protection whenever you're doing any kind of energy work or spiritual work. Always ask for your divine team to be with you, to protect you and guide you and keep you, so that you are safe within that holy shield. But if you set your intention at the beginning of that meditation, I set my intention to be working with this chakra or that chakra. Your divine team will work with you. They will work with you. And your body works with you too. If you want, you can even sit down and think to yourself, just think inside and talk to your body and ask, what would you like to work on today? In this moment of meditation and healing, what do you need? And ask your body, what do you need? And just wait. And sometimes you'll get a random word popping in your head, like tummy. And you're like, oh, okay, so maybe my solar plexus chakra or my stomach. Or you might get the word, chest. So my heart chakra, my lungs, my heart, these types of things. Just listen. Maybe you don't get a word in your head at all, but you get a feeling somewhere, or your body tingles somewhere. Just pay attention to your body, okay? And work on yourself. You deserve it. You deserve to be loved, and you deserve to be healed. You deserve happiness, and you deserve healing too. That self-love, remember? You're worth it. You are worth taking time out of the day to focus on just you. Just you. Okay? It's a really, really beautiful message here, because it's just like, it's, to put it into perspective, it's almost like it's time to stop the rush, to stop ignoring the pain or the inner healing that you might need. And it's time to step forward and allow the divine to work with you, divine archangel Raphael, to work with you in healing and nurturing yourself and being gentle to yourself and loving yourself and reconnecting to the divine, so that you are fueled and you are strengthened with that sacred light, so that you're not constantly trying to fill your world with temporary delights that fade away and leave you back to feeling empty. Giving you tools to help you with that, allowing yourself to flow energetically, emotionally, and using music to help unblock those stuck emotions, so it can flow. Allowing music to help you with that, or to help you relax or focus, so that you can meditate and start working on the inner journey. And I'm going to tell you right now, the inner journey inside each and every one of us is probably the most exciting journey that you will ever take. Ever. It's going to take you through amazing things that you're going to learn about yourself. It's going to take you through things you don't want to go through, but that they're literally, the divine will hold your hand and say, come on, it's okay. If you're ready to step forward, we are right here. And they're going to encourage you and help you keep going. And you're going to reach an understanding more about who you are beyond this life, beyond this world, who you really are. And you're going to start to blossom and awaken and heal. And it's you would think that this sounds like a really hard thing. I'm going to have to learn how to do all this special, stuff. Not at all. Not at all. The beautiful thing about the divine is that they will work with you on what we have here in this three-dimensional world. They know. They know. And they'll help us. They'll work with us so that the unfoldment is natural, organic, and gentle. Sometimes it's not always very gentle. Sometimes the changes are just abrupt, but it's something that we can feel inside of us like, I knew this was coming. I knew this was coming. I knew it was. And I'm going to pay attention to it. I'm not going to, try to go around it. We're going to face this. We have support. We have help. So it's a beautiful message. One of healing and awakening and offering of tools to help us. So a very beautiful message, and I'm glad that you were here with us today to receive this beautiful message, and I hope some part of it or all of it was very resonating for you. And there were beautiful messages in there, beautiful messages. And I thank you so much for taking your time to be with us. And I hope all of you have a very beautiful day or night. And thank you again. And I'll see you in the next reading.